Hi everyone, I'm Lenora Lennon. I have a lovely oracle card reading for you today to help you understand more fully your gift, your gifts, the gift you need to focus on right now, and then how you can even expand it more. Jot down any notes for any high truths that come to you, as that will be your most important part of this message. So, today, what you already have. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So, have a look there at the card. So, I'm seeing the rose at his heart space, which rose energy is just pure love energy. So you already have this, and people are seeing it, and people know this about you. Some people appreciate this about you. Some people might find it threatening to exude the amount of authenticity, love, and grace, inspiration, and trust. It can be very threatening for folks who, like many folks, who have been reared, like all of us, in this fear-based paradigm of this planet. Sorry if you're hearing some noise in the background, that's my dog. So the waves of inspiration and love that are coming to you, maybe in a way that my dog making noise and is a highlight of that. How are these waves of inspiration and love coming to you? When are they showing up? Maybe they're showing up with your connection with the animal world, the nature world. Maybe they're showing up in the exchanges you have with some people, the people who are enriched by this grace that you exude. Start to notice that. Start to notice when you have those connections of grace, and you can start a journal, or just like an energetic journal to go back to whenever you need a little pick me up. Like, for example, I have a part-time gig that I work with the public, and the other day a woman gave me such a nice compliment. Her demeanor was just, she was like kind of blushing when she gave me the compliment, and how sweet and sincere she was. And I allowed myself to just receive that so fully, and I allowed myself to have like a huge grin on my face and thanked her so much. And so that's like a little energetic backlog you can have, or a little like um, little go-to place that you can keep in your back pocket for when you need that pick me up, and you can like stay with that energy for however long you need to. Um, So thank you for everything you've done in your life to get to the point where you're experiencing grace, and when others are experiencing grace by being in your presence. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Now, let's see how we can expand on that for you this week. Oh, wow. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Ooh, more danger. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. speak your truth in a way that doesn't shoot you in the foot. Be mindful of the capacities of those around you. Um, you know, you can't necessarily go around just spouting off whatever your truth is to anyone in earshot. For example, I have a strong desire to speak my truth, so I started myself a YouTube channel. To hopefully attract people who feel aligned with my version of the truth, because there are many paths to the truth. So just because your truth doesn't align with someone else's doesn't necessarily mean that that's not true for them. An example I can give of this is, I mean, that's not always the case, but I just like to try to steer away from black and white thinking when it comes to truth. So for example, excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cold. There's one time my sister and I were listening to a song, and it was, and we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Anyway, and she was like, I think she said it's Jefferson Airplane. And I'm like, what? No, it's not Jefferson Airplane. I know I've heard of Jefferson Airplane, but I don't really know any of their songs. I know for sure this is Starship from the 80s because I remember them, and so I was so certain it was not Jefferson Airplane. My internal reaction was like, what the fuck is she talking about? And anyway, turns out Jefferson Airplane, Starship, same singer. So we were both actually right, although technically it was Starship. So we were both right. And, so don't be so rigid in your truth that you need to, make everyone else believe your truth. Instead, stand in your truth with a gracefulness. So what I mean by that is, I'm in lots of different environments in my life where I don't talk about this stuff because I know it's not the right audience, and I'm not looking to change anyone's mind. I just want to speak my truth and have my message be shared in like a respectful way. So, I'm not going to strike up this type of conversation with my coworker, who I most certainly would probably be on the red end of things if they lived in the United States, if you know what I'm talking about. So I steer clear of certain conversations with people to keep the peace in a workplace environment where you need to keep the peace for the time being anyway. So thank you for your experiencing grace, the work you've done to get to that point, and find ways to speak your truth in ways that feel aligned for you. Actually, if you're into ruffling feathers and your game, fucking ruffle some feathers. But just be prepared for the fallout of that. Speak your truth in a way that feels aligned for your highest good, given the circumstance that you're in right now. If you got anything from this, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and please feel free to comment on any of your insights that came up during this reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Namaste.